Good afternoon, Chad. You're here for a self-referral to discuss some of the struggles you've been having with making a positive change in your life, and we're going to talk about that. But I want to let you know that we can talk about whatever you feel is important to you. Okay? So, what brings you here today?
Well, my main focus and goal at this point is to get out the game. Like, I've been selling drugs since, I was little. That's all I've been around. That's all I know. And, it just continued to stick with me. And I'm just at the point now I need to make that change, not only for me, but for my family as well.
Mm-hmm.
Because, and it's hard, like, people don't understand, like, like, I make so much money doing this, not to glorify it, by any means, but, you know, in a week I make more than what people make in a year. And, it's something hard to leave, but at the same time, I know that's something I need to do. And now I feel like I'm more prepared to make that step.
Okay. Okay. So, what do you think would happen to you if you did not stop selling drugs?
It's only two things that can happen. You either gonna die or go to jail. I've been in and out of jail, since I started, but just recently I just went to jail. I just did like a 5-year bid. I was up in Fed camp, and you get out, and it's like, what do I do now? You only know one thing to do. And you gotta eat. So what, I'm gonna starve? I result to what I know.
So, what about selling drugs is appealing to you? Why do you feel like you go back to it?
And it's like a rush almost. Like, after a while, it's like you do it because it's something you need to do. You feel like it's something you gotta do. But then it gets to a point where you don't have to do it anymore, but you like it so much you can't quit. So I would say to me it's like an addiction, and then I like making money, and then at the same time it's the power and the respect that comes along with it. I don't have to want for nothing. Girls, cars, clothes, anything I want pretty much I can get. And selling drugs has allowed me to do that.
Okay. So, with the money that you have gotten from selling drugs, seems like you've been able to buy a lot of things and build a certain life for yourself, correct?
Right.
Okay. So, why do you feel like you want to change? Why do you want to change now? You said you've thought about changing in the past. I read that in your report, but for some reason you didn't. So, why now? Why do you feel like now's the time? Why do you want to change now?
Well, right now, I already got a kid, and I got one on the way. So, the second one, it really makes me wake up and open my eyes. Like I may not be around much longer to see them. Whether I get locked up, God forbid, or even worse, die. So, I need to be around for them and see them grow up.
Okay. So, what strengths do you think that you have that could help you in being successful in changing your life around? And when I say changing your life around, I mean stop selling drugs. What strengths do you think you possess?
Well, determination for one. If I wasn't determined, I wouldn't have made it this far. I think things through. I analyze. I'm good with numbers, people. I'm just a hard worker. I've always been. So, that can definitely add to me wanting to change.
Okay. So, what supportive people or a support system do you have? Do you have a support system that could help you?
I really don't. I really don't. All I'm around is people that want something from me, or people trying to get money. I'm constantly watching over my back. Like, even my best friends, it's like, are they really my friends? So, I really don't talk to a lot of people like that, and I don't let a lot of people in. So, I really don't think I have that support system like that. No.
Okay, and I'm rephrasing here. You're saying that you feel like you do not have a support system because you feel like everyone around you is only around you to gain something from you?
Yeah, I mean, that may not necessarily be the case, but I mean, the business that I'm in, it's like, who can you really trust? Like, I mean, if I didn't have all this stuff now, I mean, would they still be around? So, I mean, it's like, I mean, I got some, like, guys have been around me from day one, but, once you start getting involved in a little bit more stuff, like, things kind of start changing and you kind of, like, have a different aspect and view on things.
Okay. So what do you think you can do to try to gain a support system? What can you do differently?
Honestly, in my opinion, I would say hang around different people in a different environment that are basically legit or, trying to get back on their feet. I guess it more so would be more beneficial to me for someone that's already established and on their feet or been where I've been and got out the game, as opposed to being around the same stuff I'm already around on a daily basis.
Okay. So right now I'm going to measure your commitment to change. On a scale from 0 to 10, 10 being that nothing can get in your way of changing, you're committed 100%, and 0 being you're not committed at all. So where would your commitment fall on that scale from 0 to 10?
I'd say 9.
9? Okay, that's pretty good. That's good. So Chad, if you think about barriers and things that could hinder you from changing, what kind of barriers you think are there that could hinder you with changing and stop selling drugs?
Well, I mean, for one, my record. And, I mean, not only that, it's that stigma that comes along with, what I'm doing. Like, I mean, I'm always probably going to be labeled a drug dealer.
Okay.
I mean, even if I go legit, they're going to be like, oh, he started out with drug money, he's still selling drugs. That, I mean, those two things in itself would definitely hinder me in progressing or, getting out or, following a straight and narrow path.
Okay. So what do you think you can do to overcome these barriers that you've just spoken of? What's something you can do?
Mainly just try to stay focused and change my environment and just stay busy doing positive things so my mind won't wander and, think about going back and just have, positive thoughts about things.
Okay, and you said positive. So what kind of positive things can you do besides selling drugs, goals that you may have for the future for yourself?
Well, I mean, as far as goals like getting out and everything, I've mainly thought about investments. I don't know much about investing. Possibly like in the stock market and just creating businesses, and then also just giving back to the community because, I mean, the kids need something to do because I don't want them to end up, like I am, and, just creating like a youth center or something like that and, just giving back because, I mean, I feel like I've just, already put so much destruction in the community by, what I'm doing that it's only right that I give back to it.
Okay. Those are really good goals. Next time, what we're going to do is we're going to explore and collaborate to try to find out what we need to do in order for you to move forward with these goals. These are really good goals and realistic goals. So, with your support system that you're going to find, and because you have the tools you need to find that, they're going to be able to help you with moving forward with these goals. So next time we're going to discuss these goals and these positive things you can do besides selling drugs more in depth next time, okay?
Okay.
So that's it for today. Thank you for coming to see me.
All right, thank you.
All right, have a good day.
You too.
Stop.